I honestly can't quite remember how you approached me. I think.
Um, the correct answer was it was Christmas, and I pitched it to you in the van. You dropped me off for some reason, and
Oh yes.
you. It was both the kismet of you offered because you had the kit, and I thought it was the ideal time to do it.
Can't believe how long ago it was,
Yeah, man.
and that's the thing. What kind of shocks me, like how everything's gone past so fast. I don't know what day of the year it is
Well,
now.
I mean,
So
with this, there's a lot of perspective, isn't there?
yes,
So,
yeah,
wait, presumably you've been off work for as long as I have, right? So it's what, five
yeah,
weeks now?
yeah.
6 weeks?
What are we talking about? Lockdown or the movie? Or are we talking about everything in
I
general?
guess either, both.
Okay, so like yeah, obviously with the film as well. What made me realize was like how like it was actually so close to home,
Yeah,
but I had no idea, and not in like I obviously like I've had like not suspicions, but like I understand how we felt at the time
mm,
from like the conversations we had. But I think
mm,
listening to listening to the first version you sent me through, and I was like, I think I got about it must have been a quarter of the way through, and I was like, shit, there's so much more. And that's when I realized I was like,
right.
oh my god, like it actually was. Obviously, I know you are a writer in some sort of way, and
Yeah,
it was still something you did. I think it's quite it eye opened me somewhat about like how what you were dealing with, and it was
right.
just
Do you
really,
mean
and it
so?
made
Do you mean like up until that point, it had only been the tip of the iceberg in what I'd revealed? Is that what you
I
mean?
think so, man. I mean, I know a lot of people go through troubling times,
Mm,
so it's not like you don't, it's not like I ignored it. It's just
mm,
obviously I know. For me, I think I don't know if I had a place to even speak to you about it, which I know is
sure.
wrong.
Yeah,
I don't
and
know.
and no, that's really good. I mean, that's really good because again, the whole point of why we made this was to open those narratives, and
Totally,
it has even like mine and yours relationship has been, I think, more honest because of
so
this.
much better, mate. Well,
Yeah,
not better in that
no, no, no.
context. It's just like
It's evolved in
closer.
its own way,
It's
hasn't
closer. Yeah, totally. I mean, that comes with age as well,
it? Yeah,
and going through things together
yeah.
as a family, as friends, as
Mhm.
everything in between, lovers,
Oh yeah,
etc.
yeah.
So
Hamana,
funny.
hamana, hamana.
I'm so funny. But yeah, man. And in terms of like lockdown as well. Um, I've we've been through. Well, I have as well with my house. We've been through so many like stages in like what we're dealing with and like how we're dealing with it. Like we've
Yeah,
gone through the stage where we drunk every day at stupid times and things
yeah.
like that, and then we went through this day, the week of doing loads of fitness,
Mm-hmm.
and then a week of like playing loads of games, and a week of like working
DIY.
things out, you know. And it's just all this like wave, and it was really funny. I sat down maybe 2 weeks ago, and obviously, like I know you're a big fan of the Lighthouse, such as I am,
Hmm.
and like I literally said, we said to each other, like we are in the Lighthouse, like in not in any way, like obviously like the film, but like the way we've gone to this isolation island, and it's all a bit weird. How has this film like impacted you a year and a half ahead?
I was looking at this recently, and obviously with a better perspective, um, you know, X amount of time out of my breakup now, and feeling like I'm a human being again. I was after we made it, or even during whilst we were making it, I was so like actually physically resentful of this film because it was just like you said, it was just so close. It was just like it's me on screen and it's me
Yeah,
directing and it's me doing this and me. It's just like I had self-loathing anyway, and then I have to watch myself, and then we have to edit me for 17 hours. Appropriately, like the breakup, the key is time. And I can look back at this film now, and you and I haven't edited it every single day for, it's been what, a year and a half now since
yeah,
we've edited it. And I can actually look at it and I can remember the accolades that it's gotten and like the fact that it's actually played around the world, which is
yeah.
fucking incredible. And I can actually step back from it and look at it and appreciate it now. it all felt quite self-indulgent at the time. But now I look back at it and I go, actually, no, this does actually feel quite important.
That's good.
Which
Really good.
again is quite self-indulgent coming from me because I made it. But I
You know,
think
appreciate it in its artistic form rather than its sort of bad, not like bad note, but I mean, as much as it is like a reminder of what you went through, it's kind of a reminder what you went through, if you know what I mean. Like, you're out of it, you're better, and it's the fact that that film is like a part of your history in it, and you can sort of
I hadn't even looked at it like that. It is in its own way a sort of time capsule, isn't it?
Totally, man.
That's
And that's
really
a big
interesting.
time capsule as well.
Yeah.
Get actual big, not scarring date, but I mean, it's there, and it's always going to be there.
Yeah.
To a certain extent. So, I mean, I would take it as a positive thing that you can look at it and feel like you've achieved something in such a dark time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
that's
I mean,
positive way of coming out of it.
yeah. I mean, most people wouldn't have, journaled and recorded all of their thoughts and put them on screen for everyone to see. So,
Dark one.
Yeah.
In a good way, obviously.
Yeah.
But we, two of us, some random guys from Bristol, have made a film, and it's been shown at multiple film festivals with really like. I mean, for you, our experience in it is quite basic to an extent. Obviously, we've done short things, we've done etc. etc. Like I've done as a filming, you've done some writing, but to that extent where it's been shown professionally is quite.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. I think I probably said to you that I didn't expect it to have performed as well as it has already. And even I'm really hoping that it does do really well online, and we'll get 20,000 views or some shit like that, and everyone shares it. But even if we get 200 people see it, then we know we've done well. Especially again, like I'm really proud. I'm in its own way. It felt the filmmaking process of it, and the fact that we spent no money on it, feels very like grit and fingernails, like DIY filmmaking, and I like that.
I like that as well. I mean, it's good working with you as well, and working with friends. I think
we had a really good crew there, didn't we?
Oh man, it was really amazing. Nice. I mean, I don't really have that many like close friends. Obviously, I've got work friends who are in the industry, but I don't really have those close friends who you can work and do these things with. And I've realised how much of an enjoyment it is working with your actual close friends on something, like achieving it together.
And it completely changes the process, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
I can't tell if you become more professional or less professional when you're working with someone.
I know what you mean, but as long as I'm there, that's the fine line. Obviously, like you are friends, it is going to be a laugh. But if you both have that sort of goal at the end of it to achieve it, to make it, you are going to work hard, and I think that's the main thing. But no, it's good. It's a shame I don't. Well, it's a shame we need to do more things. Really, I mean, it's just so busy to align times. Obviously.
Yeah. Look, if we ever make anything again, it's not going to be as heavy and as personal as that was. We'll do something light, and it'll be fun.
Yeah, I mean but nonetheless, I think we still made something good. We still made something good. I'm excited to do more.
You mentioned you filmed before and your experience with that. What is that? What is your background?
I mean, so I really enjoyed film in sixth form and college, but it was a lot more artistic. Not in terms of
how
like
old are you now?
So I'm 23 now, and that was when I was 17, 18, per se. So it was 5-6 years ago now. Very experiential, sort of weird artistic films. Not when I say artistic, I mean it wasn't scripted. It was sort of
it was abstract.
Yeah, somewhat. I mean like I would have a goal of what I wanted to film, but I would just sort of kind of put the story together at the end rather than at the start.
Interesting.
And it sort of just went from there. I mean, I'm slowly going away from filming. I like the sort of editing, content creation side of things more so than the actual camera work. but I don't know. I just maybe that I haven't been like inclined by another story yet, which I feel I
Yeah.
really want to do. And
Well,
I've been
that's
inclined.
completely fair, isn't it? I mean, you know, some people are more on the creative side, the other people are on the tech side of it. You know,
Yeah,
I'd say with your background in editing there, with, you know, films that aren't story driven, probably helped on you editing this.
I can find storytelling with editing a lot easier, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those things I think which I think is a problem for myself. If someone, I'm quite hard. I find it difficult to come up with a story beforehand.
Mhm.
I mean, if someone comes with me with an idea, I can make a story out of it, but I
Yeah.
can't come up with that base idea of what to do. So I don't know what will work. But as soon as someone comes with an idea, I can be like, yeah, this will look good, that will look good, that will work, in that
Mm.
sort of way. But I don't know why I can never think of that initial idea.
From what I got from you as a creative, you know, you are more of a, you know, meat and potatoes filmmaker, and, you know, to carry on with that analogy, you know, the writer or the director is the person putting the seeds in.
Totally, and that, I mean, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
You develop story by experience. I think I don't. I'm not a storyteller per
Yeah.
se.
Yeah.
I'm creative in how I speak to people, but I think ultimately it comes down to my memory, which is quite poor. I just don't seem to remember stories enough to, well, they don't impact me enough to be able to sort of, for me, if I was to write something, I'd have to use life experiences to create my story.
Yeah.
But because
Yeah.
nothing really impacts me that much, I don't have
You've
that
led
sort
a
of
very dull
story.
life. Yeah.
I'm just not even probably. Maybe that's it. I just something happens to me, and it's not like. And there's some big, significant things that happened in my life, and I'm like, yeah,
You know, you are pretty laid back. You're very chill.
yeah,
But you in the times that I've interviewed with you before, you brought up your own mental health. And again, this is why this film is here, because two
yeah,
white men need to talk to each other.
we do.
You're a white man. I'm a white man. Talk to me about your background with that then. Like, has it been
Uh,
good? Has it been
I'm,
healthy? Has it been unhealthy?
I mean, it's. I
And
go through waves.
again, you're 23. I'm 26.
Yeah.
we're the age bracket for we are the
So
target audience for why we made this movie.
I'm so much better with my mental health now. Obviously, I've been through whatever a couple years, and I think it does have like a knock-on effect. It does. After you do get better, it's like there's like 3 years of slowly getting back into normality, even if it's
Yeah,
just like tiny bit.
yeah,
And I'm I think not that I'm actually like mentally depressed, but life is just stressful in general. Not even if you can have like the best life and everything can happen correctly for you,
mhm,
life can still just be tough and difficult.
yeah.
And I not that I necessarily lie to myself that I'm okay, but I think I've pictured myself of someone who I am, who I'm not,
Mm.
in in the most serious way. If you know what I mean. I don't know how to explain it any.
What big?
Not
You're
I've not.
putting a pressure on yourself to be somebody. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, totally. Pressure is the one thing I constantly feel like I need to be, especially now as well. And it's like time. Like I've got all this free time, and I need to be productive constantly, constantly, constantly. And I'm seeing so many people do it, and it is getting to me because I've done loads of cool stuff. In this time, I've made like a Instagram filter for your phone. Like I've done like all this cool little projects. Yeah, I still feel like I'm not achieving much,
Right.
and I'm constantly pressuring myself to do something. I've got all this free time. Why can't I relax? Why am I not relaxed? Why am I still sort of trying to do something constantly?
Mm.
Why can't I just take 5 minutes and just sit on the sofa for all day and watch
Yeah.
Netflix? You know? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm doing really well.
Right.
So don't make this sound like I'm not. But obviously, I think everyone has problems, and or not everyone. I'm sure there's people who are doing extremely well, don't really think about it. But I think it's
Those
really good. And
bastards.
yeah, I know, bastards indeed. But I think it's really good to be able to sort of talk about even the smallest things openly.
Yeah.
And that's what I say to anyone who's struggling or anyone who is wants to talk. It's like, just get it off your chest, even if it's the smallest thing.
Yeah.
Get it off your chest, because you might think you're an idiot in your head, when really, like, it's actually normal.
100%.
That's why, like, I think we should just openly be able to talk about mental health on camera. Like, wherever this gets posted, people are gonna know. People can find out about me, and I think I'm happy about that. If you know what I mean. So
I think I'm going to wrap this up. Have you got anything
Yes.
left to ask me? Otherwise, I'll ask you the one last question, and then I'll plug the movie.
I mean, let's just say, like, have you got anything planned coming up? Like, what have you got anything
I'm so glad
exciting?
you asked. Honestly, like, I don't know about you, because again, you're in the nicest way. You're not as creatively driven as I am.
No, I'm a technical creative, and that's the crudest way. I like getting
that's
creative with technical
that's a
things.
great description of what you are.
But I'm not necessarily like a story writer, for example.
I can't go out and shoot anything. I can't make anything. I can write, and I'm writing projects are going, but otherwise, like, that, I have no kind of sketches planned. I have no sort of short films. I just have this film coming out, which, is great. Don't get me wrong, but it's quite stifling.
Can you grasp how big the sort of opening is going to be, or not? Or do you
how the film release will be?
Yeah, how do you think it's going to go?
Frankly, from my own history of uploading things online that I've put a lot of work into and tried really hard with, I'm going to say that only a few people will see it in comparison to the 30,000 that I'd love to see it.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's seen it. Quite a few people have seen it in the film festivals.
Absolutely. Again, like, I couldn't be more prouder of it already. I guess just greedily, as its parent, I want it to strive and score the goal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. And I think we've done quite a lot of not even publicity, but even just chatting about it. I mean, I've spoken to it a lot about with other people, and I think the way I've expressed it to them has been like, oh God, like, I really want to watch this, because it must be quite deep to you and your cousin. Like, the fact that, and we've talked about it, and I've talked about it so much, we worked on it, and everyone knew that. I think quite a few people from my side might want to watch it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
that's it. That's great. And it's, again, more narrative. And it's like, you mentioning how long ago it was we shot it. You got, again, I recorded the thing 3 years before that. So this has been 5 years in the making. That's mental.
That's long.
Yeah.
That is a long time.
Yeah.
Well due its release, really. Well due its release.
Yeah, I honestly, I can't wait to get it out. With that, Dogs Chasing Cars. What's this month? Where are we? May?
September?
Is it actually? No, it's not September. It's May 24th. May 24th.
Yeah.
5 p.m. UK time. We've got. Be there.
That was the worst plug I've ever received.
I could redo
it. It was good. That was what it needed.
That's it.
Where can we watch it? YouTube, Facebook,
Vimeo.
Vimeo.
Be on YouTube and Vimeo.
Nice.
Great question.
I love it. It's good.